Bueno pues. So, this is a game that we play in class. And since you guys are on your own out there in cyberspace, you won't necessarily be able to compete with other people. So we're going to take it at a little bit of a different pace, okay? But we're still going to go ahead and follow along with the steps. So we are now live. Thank you for, hopefully I haven't cut myself off. Okay, so this is a game called Masters of Conjugation. And we're going to follow along with these steps to play the game, although you won't have someone to compete against. Okay, so the first step was table battle royale, where each group is competing against everybody else in that group, and they have to figure out, okay, who finishes first and who's correct. So you might finish first, but you're wrong, so you have to sacrifice getting the point. You don't win that round. The first person who's right wins the round. Okay, so it says to prepare for round one, getting out a piece of paper and creating 5 conjugation charts. Okay, so conjugation charts are those things that we've been working on Monday and Tuesday. Okay, and conjugation is the changing of a verb to change its meaning. So in English, we do this as well. We have the word walk. Okay, I add ing to the end. Walking, that is not a separate word from the word walk. It's not. It's the same word. It just has a suffix on the end. Okay, that's conjugation. I'm changing the word slightly to slightly change its meaning. The meaning of walking versus walk is not a significant difference. Okay, and so Spanish verbs conjugate a lot more than English verbs. Okay, and they follow a chart. Okay, and to draw the chart, we need 3 lines. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and this corner is always the yo form. Bum, ba-da-dum, yo. Okay, and this side of the chart is always single, one person. So this side is going to be tú, nosotros form. Okay, because the plural of yo is nosotros. Yo becomes nosotros. Okay, because this is more than one person. I becomes we. Okay, after yo, we have tú. Okay, the plural of two is vosotros, but vosotros form is only really used in Spain, so we're going to ignore it. Bye-bye, vosotros. Okay, can you see me? Can you see me? Can you see me? I don't know. Because I'm waving this thing around the camera, and I don't see any evidence that that you're seeing what I'm trying to show you. Okay. So let's go ahead and assume you can't see me because I can't see that you can see. So let's go ahead and start anew. Okay, so home. All right, new slide. Okay, charts. Number of columns is going to be 2. And number of rows is going to be 3. Okay. And let's make that bigger. Okay. So this corner is always the yo form. This corner is always nosotros form. Okay. Yo means I, nosotros means we. And those two, this side of the chart is single, as in one single person, And this side of the chart is always plural, as in more than one person. So the plural of I is we. Okay? Tu is you, and it's a personal you, so its plural is vosotros. But for this game, we're not going to use vosotros because it's a very rare form. It's not used very much, so we don't care. Okay, this form down here can be used for usted, the formal you. It can also be used for él, he, and ella, she. It can be even used for it. Okay? And ustedes is the plural of usted. Ellos is the plural of él. Ellas is the plural of ella. Okay? O goes with yo. So that it gets added to the end of the word. So if I have a word like mirar, it'll become miro. If I have a word like cantar, it'll become canto. Okay? So the AR gets removed. The AR suffix is removed and replaced with the O suffix to mean that I'm the one doing it. Now, if I want to say that you're doing it, well, then I take off the AR suffix. So let me delete AR and I put on us on the end. You get an us on the end of the word. Okay? And then cantar, I got to take off that AR suffix and put on us. Okay? Usted, él, ella. Let's put us up there for the sake of consistency. Gets an ah. So this would be like mira and canta. Nosotros, it's amos. So this would be like I take mirar, I take off my AR and put on amos. Cantar, gotta get rid of that AR, we don't want it, and it becomes amos. Because we're the ones doing it. We're the ones singing. We're the ones looking. Miramos, cantamos. Okay, vosotros. The ending for vosotros is not an X. It's ice. But we're just going to skip it because, frankly, it's not used that much. Ustedes, ellos, ellas, an. Okay, so what that will look like is we have the verb mirar, to look. I take off AR and I make it miran, and it becomes you all look or they look. Cantan, you all sing or they sing, depending on context. So everything on this side of the chart is single, everything on this side of the chart is plural. So what it says to do in our handy dandy directions is you're going to create 5 of those charts, which you can do virtually or you can do on a physical piece of paper. Okay, the paper is what I was showing you, but for some reason it does not look like my camera is working, maybe because I could not see myself in the preview. So we're just going to go ahead and assume that you couldn't see me explaining all that stuff. Okay. Muy bien, vamos adelante. Entonces, so our first word that comes up in this slideshow is dar, which is irregular, which means it breaks the rule slightly. So instead of having an O like it should, it's going to have an OY in the yo form, which is slightly irregular. Everything else is going to work the exact same way it should. So go ahead and conjugate dar. If you need more time, go ahead and pause the video at this point. If not, let's check our answers. Here we go. Doy, das, da, damos, dan. Otra vez. Doy, das, da, damos, dan. Otra vez. Doy, das, da, damos, dan. Doy, I give. Das, you give. Da, he or she or you give. Damos, we give. Dan, they give or you all give. Muy bien. So, that's how it works. So the next verb will not be irregular. So it will just be regular old O at the end of the next one. Okay? Muy bien. Your next word is cantar. Go ahead and get conjugating. So we want this to be fast, but we also want it to be accurate. So go ahead and fill in that chart as quickly as you can. But remember, accuracy is required. Here we go. If you need more time, you may pause the video. Check your answers. Canto, cantas, canta, cantamos, cantan. Otra vez, canto, cantas, canta, cantamos, cantan. Otra vez. Okay. So this is what you should have written. Because the verb cantar, as an AR verb, when you conjugate it, you take off that pesky AR and then you add on the new suffix, which changes the meaning. Just like you would do in English. Walk becomes walking, or maybe it becomes walked. Okay? So canto, I sing. Cantas, you sing. Canta, he or she or it sings. Or possibly you formal sing. Cantamos, we sing. Cantan, they sing. Or you all sing. Okay? Alrighty, we're ready for our third verb of the day. Here we go. And the third verb is preparar. Preparar, as in to prepare. Prepare yourself. Preparar. Okay, here we go. Looking for speed and accuracy. Conjugate preparar. If you need more time, go ahead and pause the video at this point. But we are ready to check our answers. Preparo, preparas, prepara, preparamos, preparan. Preparo, I prepare. Preparas, you prepare. Prepara, he or she prepares. Preparamos, we prepare. Preparan, they prepare, or you all prepare. Okay, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and do the next one. I'm going to draw my chart. I'm not sure if you can see me on the webcam because it doesn't appear like it, but I'm going to go ahead and do this one with you. Our word is mirar. So I'm going to start now. Okay, and I finished. So hopefully you are close to finishing as well. If not, pause the video because we're going to check our answers. Miro, miras, mira, miramos, miran. Otra vez. Okay, here we go. Miro, I look. Miras, you look. Mira, he or she or it looks, or you formal look. Miramos, we look. Miran, they look, or you all look. Bam. Okay. Here we go. Comprar, to buy. That is our next verb. I haven't even drawn my chart yet. I'm going to go ahead and do this one too. Okay, I did not have a lot of space, and I'm using a giant marker, so that does not look pretty. But, oh well, I don't think you can see me anyway. Let's check our answers. Sorry about that. Alrighty, let's see. Compró, compras, comprar, compramos, compran. Muy bien. I buy, you buy, he or she buys, we buy, they buy. Everybody buys. Here we go. So this was the tiebreaker one, which you're not competing against anybody, so you don't really need to do a tiebreaker, but go ahead and do this tiebreaker. And the answers are, pause the video if you're not done. Bailo, bailas, baila, bailamos, bailan. Bailo, bailas, baila, bailamos, bailan. Muy bien. So if you were in class at this point, we would break up the teams based on who the winners and champions of each table was. And then the first group would battle against the second group. The third group would battle against the fourth group. The fifth group would battle against the sixth group. And the seventh gets a bye, which means they automatically win in advance in the tournament. Lucky number 7. Okay, so the winner of 1 versus 2 will battle 3 versus 4's winner. And the winner of 5 versus 6 will battle number 7. Okay, which leaves us with 2 people left at the end. So they each get to do their individual battles with their different verbs. And then we find out our ultimate champion of the universe. So exciting. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. So very exciting. As the automatic light turns off because I've been sitting still talking to a computer screen. Okay. So, yeah, it does not look like I'm recording, like you can see my face at all. So, anyway, that kind of stinks. Oh, was I doing that whole thing with the screen as being small and me as being big? Oh gosh. I'm sorry, y'all. That's not good. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so let's go over these charts now that you can see it better. O, as, a, amos, an. Just like that song that I had you listen to a couple days ago. If you were virtual and you followed all the links. If you've been in class, you've heard it like 8 times already. O, as, a, amos, an. Otra vez. O, as, a, amos, an. Otra vez. So we go through. Doy, that's irregular. It's a very common irregular thing that happens in AR verbs. But doy, das, da, damos, dan. So just that one is different. Everything else follows the pattern. Canto, cantas, canta, cantamos, cantan. Preparo, preparas, prepara, preparamos, preparan. Miró, miras, mira, miramos, miran. Compró, compras, compra, compramos, compran. Bailó, bailas, baila, bailamos, bailan. Okay, so this is going to be important for our assignment today, AR verbs, day 3. Instructions. Okay. So, Pedro llevar los libros a la clase. So I know I need to ditch the AR right away. So I type L-L-E-B. Now I need to pick out my ending based on Pedro. Okay, well, I think of my notes that I have. Let me look up my notes. Okay. So yo is I, and it has an O ending. Pedro. Am I Pedro? No, I am not Pedro. So I cannot give it an O ending. Tú, as in you. Are you Pedro? Am I talking to you, Pedro? No, I am not talking to Pedro. So I can't use tú. Okay. Ah, that goes for he, él. Yes, I am talking about Pedro. He is a he. So, lleva. Javier y yo en la clase a las 9. So, Javier y yo. So, I need to take off AR. So, intra. Now, I need to put on my new ending. Javier y yo. I know that yo has an O ending, but that side of the chart is only for singles. It's not for plurals. So, y yo means I'm with the group. It means I'm talking about we. I'm talking about us. So my ending is amos. Entramos. Because it's Javier y yo. We are together. We are a group. We are in it together. All right. So tú, well, that's an easy one. Tú gets the as. Gets the as on the end of the word. You got to put the as on it, on the end. So trabajas. Okay. Maria. I'm not Maria. You're not Maria. So Maria must be ella, she. We're talking about her. So in the third person. So she gets an a. Put that a on the end for Maria. Habla. And the a replaces ar. Okay. So ellas is on the chart. Yo is on the chart. Usted is on the chart. Los muchachos. What do I do about los muchachos? Well, los tells me plural, and the S on the end of muchacho tells me plural. So I know I'm not going to use this side of the chart at all. Am I with los muchachos? No, I'm not with los muchachos. Are we in Spain? No, so I'm probably not going to use vosotros. Ellos means they or them. Could we replace muchachos with ellos? Yes. Yes, we could. So our ending is an. So I take the word estudiar, I take off the ar, and I replace it with the suffix an. Estudian. Los muchachos estudian en la biblioteca. Ustedes is on the chart. Tú is on the chart. Elena y yo. We've got that same problem that we had with number 2. It's an y yo. Well, with number 2, I used the nosotros form of amos. So why would I use a different form for number 11? I wouldn't. So it's tocamos. Tocamos. Elena y yo tocamos bien la guitarra. Apparently, Elena and I are really good guitar players. I didn't even know I could play the guitar, so that's quite impressive. Mi amigo is not on the chart. Amigo tells us that it's one friend. So I'm using this side of the chart, not the plural side of the chart. Okay? So I am not my own friend because that would be sad. You are not this amigo because there's no indication that I'm talking to you. Sorry. So it would be él would be what we could replace amigo with. So it's the a. Okay? So, mi amigo, we put escucha. Mi amigo escucha. Okay? Maestras is plural, so you use the plural side of the chart. Julio y Juana are two individuals, so you use the plural side of the chart. Nosotros is on the chart. Ellos is on the chart. Julia is one person, just like Maria was one person, just like Pedro was one person. Okay, ustedes is on the chart. Marta is like Julia and Pedro and Maria. Los chicos, you're going to do the same exact thing that we did with los muchachos. ¿Qué mirar tú? Tú would be on the chart. So look up to form and change mirar accordingly. ¿Cómo llegar el estudiante a la escuela? How does the student get to school? Our subject is the student. Okay? Which is one student. So you're going to use the same conjugation that you did for amigo because he's one person. ¿Con qué frecuencia estudiar tú? Well, there's our answer. There's two. So we're going to use to form. Nosotros, well, that should be obvious. Okay? So pretty much we've done this whole thing for you at this point. Muy bien. Okay, so that is essentially what we're doing on day 3 of our study of AR verbs. El día 3 de nuestro estudio de los verbos a ir. Espero que ustedes aprendieron mucho acerca de esos verbos. Voy a poner un o, as, a, amos, an otra vez. Muy bien.
Mi gente, reggae style. Tú sabes. No fuimos. Come on.
O, as, a, amos, an.
Otra vez.
O, as, a, amos, an.
Otra vez.
O, as, a, amos, an.
Otra vez.
O, as, a, amos, an. Yo hablo, tú hablas y usted habla. Nosotros hablamos y ustedes hablan. Yo hablo, tú hablas y ella habla. Nosotros hablamos y ellos hablan. Yo trabajo en la clase de matemáticas. Él estudia en la clase de inglés. Ellos dibujan en la clase de arte. Nosotros escuchamos en la clase de español.
No fuimos.
O, as, a, amos, an.
Otra vez.
O, as, a, amos, an.
Otra vez.
O, as, a, amos, an.
Otra vez.
O, as, a, amos, an.
Come on.
Reintroducing pattern.
Muy bien. Ok. Bueno, pues eso es lo que yo quería decir a ustedes. We've got an infinity view going right here. Okay. Bueno, pues that was the lesson. I hope this worked better than I think it worked because I kind of think this was a little bit of a disaster between the camera that seems to not be working, this infinity view, which might be annoying, I don't know, and the fact that the view that I wanted to take precedence was small and might not have been that easy to see. So I'm sorry if the video is not very good. I hope you were patient enough to see it through, or at least skip ahead to where it got better. Anywho, have fun out there, virtual people. Adios.